Hello, hello.
Hey.
Hi, I'm Candy from Candy Palooza. It is wonderful to speak with you both.
Lovely to speak with you
Hi.
too. Nice
Yeah,
meeting
lovely to
you.
talk to you.
Yeah. I'm Jennifer from the Rebel Chick, and thank you so much for having us today. I'm excited.
Hi.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Jennifer.
thank you for being here.
So, first off, let's talk about the action figures. Um, Thanks to Hasbro, we received some of the action figures. Yes, we're so excited. This is so
I don't know
amazing.
us too.
Yeah, it's so awesome. So when you joined the cast for Transformers EarthSpark, did you consider that you would ever have your very own action figure? And how has that been for you to obviously have them in hand and just see them in stores and see fans with them?
It's really exciting. My my husband went to, I forget where it was, and they had like a Twitch spoon that like I know I have it, and he like went and got it for me, and I was like, this is so cool. I didn't even know this thing existed, but it was like I think it was a spoon that turns into a drone. That's like a Twitch spoon. It was from somewhere. It's wild. I like, of course, when you start any kind of project, you're always hoping for the coolest outcome.
Right.
But then to like have the coolest outcome and to have multiple toys come out is just, and for it to be like a new character that you established, your voice established it, um, is like so super surreal, so fun, like beyond our wildest imagination. And if you think about like if you were a kid and someone told you this was going to happen to you one day, oh my
Right.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the ultimate childhood dream, right?
Totally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as someone who had Transformers toys as a kid, uh it's pretty, you can see me that respond like trying to process it in my brain. I'm trying to massage it into processing it. How absolutely insane it is to hold and own one that I helped provide the voice for. I think I don't even know why I didn't connect it when we first started. I guess I was like, oh, maybe, like that happened. But when we did the Comic-Con panel and they announced it, I was like, oh my God, like, right, this Hasbro, that's what they do. And sort of to see it, every time I go to Target or anywhere with action figures, I'd see Twitch's toy, and I'm like, oh God, oh my gosh, that's probably pretty cool.
It's legit,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, it's sort of out of this world, kind of surreal. Like, wow, like I'm part of a legacy, and not just the voice of the show, but the toys, which was like a
Yeah.
big thing. It's like,
Yeah,
wow, I feel it's kind of makes you feel like you're a part of history.
Well, you,
Totally. I mean, there is a legacy of the Transformers. I'm in my 40s and I grew up watching the Transformers, and now my grandson is going to be playing with these toys. Like it's
Right.
really, really cool.
Cool. It's pretty cool.
pretty awesome. Yeah.
So we talked about the toys. Now, I was watching one of the episodes where you were choosing the alt modes. And in real life, what would your alt mode be?
Zeno has a great alt.
I
you thought about this
was
one,
waiting for you
right?
to say it. I
You
was like,
already have
yeah,
one picked
uh,
out, don't you?
yeah,
Zeno's got a great
yeah.
alt.
My choice is always a hoverboard. I love hoverboards. It's something. There's no hoverboard transformer yet, so
Yeah.
that's always my choice.
That would
I
be
think that'd be
nice.
really cool. Yeah.
I've been saying hot air balloon lately because I don't know. I've just really been into hot air balloons. I haven't been in one and I really want to, I think. And just the thought of like this floating, beautiful, colorful thing in the air that can get around, perhaps not as quickly, but
I love that. I have done
Yeah.
a hot air balloon ride. I highly recommend it. It's
okay, do you?
terrifying, but
Yeah,
exhilarating.
it sounds terrifying. Yeah. And that's
But
what's
it's amazing.
held me back so far.
I think it's cool. I think the hot air balloon's a great choice. There's no hot
Thank
air
you.
balloon transformer thus
Yeah,
far.
no.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
I feel like
It happened.
the character attached to
Yeah,
that's very
it can
peaceful.
pick up the wind and sort of like
Yeah,
float around. It could be
yeah,
really versatile. It could be calm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, obviously, you guys work till your characters, they are together a lot. When you are recording the episodes, have you had the opportunity to record together? Because, obviously when you're watching the episodes, it's like the flow of dialogue is just fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We definitely we sort of established the show recording together for a lot of the episodes, and those are always super fun. And since then we do kind of split off and do our own episodes or our own sessions, because I think it's just hard to gather everyone's schedules together. But I'm thankful that we started off and we established the show with group reads and group records, because it's really great to be able to like work off of each other's energies. You always want someone else to work off of. It's more fun that way.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's awesome. Because with a lot of interviews, we know we talk with people, and for the most part, everybody records alone. So we're like, oh,
Yeah,
let's
it's a weird concept.
yeah.
It wasn't always that way. Animation used to be primarily group records. I think with like remote recording and the pandemic, it sort of like made put the push for solitary recordings. But a lot of voice actors I talk to are always like, I miss group records, and I'm like, me too.
Well, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's a different energy. It's a lot more fun that way, especially if you can do an in-person group record. That's even better. Yeah.
Out of this world.
Yeah.
Talking a little about the voice recording and recording together, your characters are really physical and very active. Can you tell us about the voice recording process a little bit? Like maybe any tips for people who want to get into voice acting?
Sure, yeah. So a lot of the time, well, we have a lot of options now, depending on if you have a home studio or if you don't. We can record from your home studio, which is similar to this, right? We get on Zoom, and you'll have your director and your engineer who will be recording on his end. You will be in your booth, and you'll be recording on your end, a backup just in case anything happens. You'll have your track, they'll have their track. And oftentimes with this show in particular, like Twitch and Thrash are together a lot, so sometimes Kat and I will be in a session together if we have a lot of dialogue together, or maybe we'll be partnered with the human we are with a lot. So Thrash is often with Mo, so sometimes I'm also partnered with Zion a lot on records, and you just you take runs of the dialogue you have together. You may do your singular dialogue, and that's it. Or you go to Nickelodeon, and they do a lot of that for you. I think I haven't recorded this show at Nickelodeon yet, but I want to for whatever more episodes we do, if and when we do. But yeah, so that's kind of how it is. And you for the physicality, depending on the space, you can. I'm usually really physical. You get 3 takes, so you kind of get 3 opportunities to sort of say the line and add your own spin if you'd like. I think that's it.
So there is a little room for improv. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. 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 So we always ask, what do you want the audience to take away from the series? But I want to know, what will you both, from voicing the characters of this, as we mentioned, iconic series, what will you both take away from being a part of Transformers EarthSpark?
I think being a part of a series that really sort of redefines again what it means to be like a family, and portrays that in such like a beautiful way, this camaraderie that everyone has for each other, and the love that everyone has for one another, the support, like the unwavering support, is for me like a really special thing to be a part of, because it is very singular and unique, the way that this family structure is, and every individual is celebrated and isn't rushed into being someone that they're not. and they're able to take the time to really understand themselves and know themselves and figure out what their alt mode is going to be. And it's just it's beautiful how this kind of the differences are highlighted and portrayed and celebrated. And so for me, it's just it's an honor to be a part of something so unique.
I think it's like a two-part thing. Like on one half, you never know where your dreams would take you. I didn't wake up one day thinking I'd ever be in a Transformers show or playing a Transformers robot. It's at every moment it's just a surreal, and I can always kind of look back on my life and tell myself that I did that. And how really cool that is. Something I never expected or thought would happen at all in a million years happened. And I think as for the show itself, there are a lot of similar things to what Kat said, and the values that the show embodies. I think acceptance is incredibly huge, because acceptance requires safety in your community and in your environment and in the people around you who you call your family, whether they are blood or found family. And I think it's sometimes easy to take for granted how important it is to be accepted for who you are, no matter what, and what that looks like. It looks like the patience of Dot, and the unwavering love of Dot, and how they accept all the kids, and how the kids then accept each other through all of that. So yeah, I think for me it's like, that's really important. As everyone's discovering their identities, it's really important to know that you have a community of people who accept you no matter what.
I love that. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Well, that's our time, and we appreciate you speaking with both of you in support of Transformers EarthSpark Season 1.
Thank you so much. It was
Thank
really
you so
lovely
much.
speaking with you guys too. Thank you.